Hey everybody, Koricon here, and this is my review of Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg, and is based on a book by Ernest Cline. My brother told me to read this book years ago, and he knew that it would be right up my alley with all of the nerd references in there. I never really got to read it just because I'm not very good at reading novels. I fall asleep. And I have a mild dyslexia. But it is, after seeing the movie, it's given me more of a reason to read the book, even though my brother will be like, I told you to read this already. But anyway, I do want to read the book now. I loved the movie. I thought it was so much fun. I had a blast with this movie, and I would suggest seeing it on a big screen with some really good speakers and sound. It really fills it up. Now, I didn't see it in 3D. I've heard it was good in 3D. I'm not a big fan of 3D. I think it's like a novelty. But if it looks good in 3D and you love the kind of stuff, I would say go watch it for sure in 3D. But if you can check it out on IMAX or a big screen, go for it. It's worth it. Ready Player One takes place in the near future, and everybody is kind of crowded. They're living in stacks of mobile homes, and most people live in a VR world called the Oasis, and they have a kind of a game that's going on. The owner and creator of the Oasis had died 5 years previously, and he had set up an Easter egg in his game that if you collect these 3 keys, then you can get the Easter egg, which will give you like $500 billion and control over the Oasis. And so there's this company called IOI, or 101, that which I thought was kind of funny. It was binary. But anyway, IOI is trying to get it, and they have a lot of people working for the company to try and figure out all of this stuff. And then you have smaller people like our main character, Parzival, who, you know, is just a regular Joe Blow guy, and he starts finding some of these keys. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was well done. Spielberg, I mean, he knows what he's doing, obviously. But I do have to say, some of the acting was not good. When you're in the Oasis and they have the voiceover for the CGI characters, that was well done. But when you're in the real world sections and you have these actors talking with each other on screen, it didn't seem to work very well. I don't know what it was, but their performances were pretty flat. And I was just ready to go back into the Oasis again. So the real world stuff was, it was okay, but I loved everything that was taking place in the Oasis. It very much is what it says, Willy Wonka meets the Matrix. It's very much that. And that's a very good explanation. This is the kind of movie that nerds will be talking about for a long time for all the Easter eggs that are in the film. All of the different characters and dialogue, even music, has something to do with pop culture from the 80s to today. It has video game characters from Overwatch and Halo and things like that, but it has a lot of references to 80s pop culture, especially with movies. And that's why I think Spielberg was one of the only people that could really get this movie done, is he owns a lot of the property rights that were in the movie. And if you watch the credits, I sat through all of the credits. There was nothing at the end, but they had a list of all of the licensed stuff that they got from all the different companies. And it's the longest licensed section of a credits I've ever seen. It was crazy. So many companies that they licensed materials from. And I'm wondering, how much did that cost? I mean, that's got to be a big chunk of the budget. One of the things that I think will help make it attractive to most nerds, no matter what age you are, is because of those references from different generations. I saw things in there that I know I would have to explain to a younger audience, like there was a bomb that was made out of a toy that I remember as a kid almost barely. I was like, whoa, I know that, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was called. And there were also references that I know that I've seen somewhere, but I'm not a huge gamer anymore. And so I was like, I know that from somewhere, but I don't know from where. And I think a younger audience member would have been able to tell me what that is. So it's one of those movies that old guys like myself and younger nerds could really talk about the movie and swap Easter eggs back and forth. I would love to see some of the YouTube videos that are going to come out where they basically go through the movie and break down almost every little teeny Easter egg that's in there. Not just the visual, there was also a lot of Easter eggs with the music, but there were some times where the music felt like it was a little too all over the place, because it had themes from all kinds of different movies kind of meshed together. Sometimes it worked, other times it kind of felt a little too chaotic. But it was cool to hear all of those different themes in there, and you could pick it out. Oh, that's from that movie, that's from that movie. I really enjoyed that. Many of the action sequences also had a lot of stuff in them, where for a first-time viewer could feel a little overwhelming, and you don't really know what to focus on. And so I can see how a first-time viewing it may be a little too much. But I do think for multiple viewings that you can focus on different things, and it would be interesting for rewatchability, that you can focus on one area and focus on another, and you would get a different experience. So I do like that. I look forward to when the Blu-ray comes out, and I can, after I've seen it like 3 or 4 times, of the different things that I would end up picking up, except for the obvious that I picked up the first time. Overall, this movie is 2.5 hours, and I didn't feel like it was. I had a whole lot of fun. I had a blast watching this movie. I loved it, but I did have a problem with some of the real life sections of the film and the acting in there. Overall, I'm going to give this movie an A-. But what do you think? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. Did you like Ready Player One? If so or if not, let me know in the comments below. And what kind of Easter egg things did you pick up? What were some of the stuff from your childhood nostalgia that really shot out at you? I would love to know what you thought. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you on the next video. Quick promotion, everybody. I'm having fun using the Stardust app, which allows you to make up to a 30-second reaction to movies and TV shows, and I'd love to see your reactions and put them in my videos. If you're interested in that, download the Stardust app. I've got a link to it in the description below, and make sure to follow Koricon. And whenever you make a reaction, make sure that you tag Koricon so that I get notified and can see it. Whenever I make a reaction video or a movie review and I see your video, I will take clips from it and put them in my video. If you're a YouTuber, make sure to put your YouTube channel name on your reaction if you want free promotion. And if you're a fan of my channel and just want to be in there, great. So tag me on your reactions.